Yo, what's going on? Back at it like a crack addict. So I was thinking today on my way to work, man, like life is getting crazy. Um Life is literally like punching people in the throat, when it comes to these gas prices. It's getting crazy. But to be honest with you, put some money in the car. If you gotta use your vehicle to work, to do your grocery shopping, to do your errands, just do it. So with that being said, um, I realized something. As the world keeps evolving and as society keeps being society and as life keeps being life, we tend to lose that spark, that childhood innocence. We tend to lose it, and I'm here to tell you, don't let the world take that out of you. And if it's too late, well, bring it back. Bring it back. Take it back to the basics. It doesn't matter if you're 17 and you've been through a lot. It doesn't matter if you're 13. It doesn't matter if you're going through a lot. It doesn't matter if you're 57. It doesn't matter if you're 82. Uh, Take it back to the basics. Sometimes that's what works for me when life is getting too complex and too chaotic and too crazy. Y esto está pasando, y la locura, y no sé qué cosa. I take it back to the basics. I bring it back, and that brings me clarity. You know what I mean? As it says in scripture, be still. It brings me back to like why I'm truly doing this, why I decided to do this, God damn. Why I decided to do this, and every time, like, and and why I'm the reason why I embarked on this journey. You know what I mean? So you don't want the world to take that childhood imagination out of you. I'm gonna keep recording this, okay? Because like I'm cooking, no little b. I'm cooking. So like you don't want the world to take that childhood spark out of your life. That's what keeps the world moving, in my opinion. Like think about all those people who made buildings and they are continuing with innovation when it comes to technology, right? These are all thoughts from their head that at one point when they were little they thought about, and as they continue to become adults they kept going with that drive, with that passion in them. And I have noticed that when you become stuck on that hamster wheel of surviving, you know uh you tend to lose that. You become a robot, which is interesting because like now we're using AI for so many things, and us the humans are just so caught up in like work, sleep, eat, repeat. So it's very interesting how we're becoming the machines, and the AI is the one right now pushing the creativity from on our behalfs. Something to think about. So yeah, man, bring it back, wheel it, bring it back, and think about all those times that when you're 5, 7, when you're just a younging, and you were saying to yourself like, I want to go to the moon, I want to be a cop, I want to be like Arnold, I want to be Batman, or I don't know, like I don't know what woman think about like the Disney fairy tale like that, whatever. But like yeah, bring it back, okay? Think back of your childhood innocence, okay? Your childhood imagination, your childhood creativity, instill it in your current present right now. Instill it in who you are right now. You know what I mean? Like that athlete that you love to see perform, he or she is on that childhood imagination. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Your favorite singer, your actor, that's why these people continue to become who they are. They're living out their dreams, but that doesn't mean that you got to stop living out your dreams. So If you're somebody right now that you work like how they say a dead end job, or like in my opinion, no job is dead end because you're still like utilizing it to like provide a roof, food, or help other people in your circle. If you have like a factory job, or if you have a job that's just like stressing you the fuck out, you know, just just take two steps back and think to yourself like, yo, is there a hobby I can do? Is there something that I can do outside of work? Is there something you can start collecting, like baseball cards or something like that? Maybe you want to get into boxing. Maybe you want to like, you know, spring is in the air. Summer's coming soon. Maybe you want to make a garden. Maybe you want to get into grilling. That's a good skill to have. No lie. You know, uh, there's no barbecue or nothing like that, and you're that one guy that's like, yo, I know how to use a grill. Let me just run to a store real quick, buy one for 20, $30. I'll bring it back. I'll grill some steaks. Everyone's gonna be like, oh shit, this guy knows how to grill. Or like, why don't you try to find something that like become like, I don't know, like start drawing. I remember back in the day, everybody knew how to draw. Everybody. Everybody was drawing Mickey Mouse, Mortal Kombat characters, you know, but you got to keep that in you, because I truly think in the times we're living in, that childhood innocence in in the mind of an adult can make them unstoppable. Being serious, it can make them unstoppable. And as you use that childhood innocence, it can propel into your creativity, and you can even make extra money because now you're thinking like a child. Thinking like a child is not a bad thing. You don't want to be childish. You want to be childlike. you know if you're childish and you're an adult, hey, I'll pray for you. But if you are childlike and you're an adult, man, you you can do anything you want in life. All right. Thank you for checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. Um, Thank you for listening to me, and I'll see you on the next one. All right. Peace.